Hey, everybody. ATC. About those comments. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Some of the comments, you guys are cracking me up. So, there was one comment in particular, and I know that sometimes YouTube will they'll delete some comments. Uh, One person, and I believe it was a man, he was like, um, I think it was for maybe Kanye. And he's like, oh, how can you call him Dusty when he has more money than you do? I can call him Dusty. That's the part you don't understand, especially black men. You can be rich and they still treating you like Chit. That's the part you don't understand. So let's go ahead and look at this about some comments. This is on the issue with Dave Chappelle. Well, I did a video saying it seems they have been hashtag power checking black men. So Feisty Black says, so Dave Chappelle, I believe he's married to a Filipino woman, his wife. She says, let the Filipino community and his Filipino wife help him. Black men have been at the white man's mercy for thousands of years now. They love giving away their wealth. They are very comfortable being slaves, always begging and never creating their own. Great commentary. And that's the part right there. That's the part a lot of people don't seem to understand. You may have wealth, you don't still have any power. That's why they hashtag power checking you. That's why they hashtag power checking black men. I people think, oh, he got a whole lot of money. Look what I'm saying. Look what the wealth he got. Look what he got, y'all. Look, and you still getting power checked. You can try to run up from your community, run somebody else's community, and nest up under there for some safety with you and your money, and they still treating you like chit on a stick. Why? But somehow people think doing some Negro thinking. See, what works in the hood streets don't work on Wall Street. What works in the hood street doesn't work on Main Street. Some of our people, especially black people, think, oh, he got that money. You still powerless. Still powerless. That's why they treat you the way they do. And I'm with Feisty Black. Let his wife. They can go ahead and carry the cape for him. I don't do that. VM says you're a grown man that is able to hire an attorney, just like everyone else. How do you sign your show away? I would read that contract word for word and look up any words I didn't know. Let his Filipino family help him. Exactly. But VM, besides beautiful on this picture, honey, you're an intelligent black woman. That's why Goldman Sachs, that's why they invested in us and black women to do what? Close the wealth gap. You think they don't know that you can't depend on a black man? They give the wealth away to everybody else. So why would Goldman Sachs invest in black men? They're trying to close the wealth gap. They know these men are give it to anybody but their own. So Miss Alienators, and again, there's so many comments. There might be 2 additional videos to do on this here. I want to point out some things. So Miss Alienated says, I wonder why black men are so jealous of Jewish men. I know a couple of Jewish guys that are hard workers, generous, and chivalrous. They are about building and providing for their families and communities. I can tell you that for sure. The Jewish community prospers because the men build and provide. They don't sit online and on podcasts all day complaining about their women and children. They take full responsibility for their community. And they don't run from it either. And that's the part that these black men don't seem to get. You can make a whole lot of money. Let's try this, boo-boo. The white man is the one that gave it to you. He's determining how much you get. Dave Chappelle. And if you think he got a bag, what the heck you think Brad got? If you think Dave Chappelle got a bag, what do you think about the bag that's in the hand of Brad? Don't forget, Brad is giving him the bag. Okay? So if you think Dave Chappelle got the bag, you probably faint looking at Brad's. And then They can observe. Again, the world is watching. Everybody knows everybody's business. They can observe and see what you do with that bag. Hi, Kobe. They can see what you do with that bag. Hi, Dave Chappelle. Hi, Kanye. Everybody gets it off the bat, everybody except you. You basically try to make sure that you starve your own people out. You are a dumb fool. You try to make sure that you starve your own people out, and then you want to sit up here and make a statement. Yay, Curie. Even if it's not even how they labeled it, make a statement. You want to go ahead and put on some big boy draws, or you want to put on your big boy draws. You want to play Big Daddy Dollars. They can let you know, even with your $1 billion bag. Yay, sit your ass down. That's what they're basically saying to you. There's a thing called freedom of speech. You don't even have that. Black billionaire, there's a thing called freedom of speech. You want to exercise it, man, they snatch you down in a heartbeat. You don't even have that. Because you don't have any power. And part two, you can run from your blackness all day long. And you can be rich, worth millions. Was it carried? 90 million? They don't respect you. Why? They don't respect you because they already know what the real men do. They do what? Build and provide for their families and communities. You want to go ahead and run from yours and say, I ain't part of that. Negro, you'll be, until you dead, your behind will be black. They don't respect you. And that's because you're powerless. They can snatch up your bag in a heartbeat while they have power. That's where the power lies. Snatch up your bag in a heartbeat. What you gonna do? Try to tap dance your way to sketches and get put out. A lot of black men, you confused that you have some money with power. No, no, boo. That's why they checking you. And she is right. They don't sit on podcasts all day or every time you look up complaining about the women and children. They take full responsibility. You run from yours collectively. You can be a black man and rich, and they still treat you like Chit. Because you're powerless. And you learning today. And that's why, like I said, you freedom of speech, you don't even have that. They can give me, well, sure, it's freedom of speech, but I didn't like what he said. Snatch your ass down out that ladder so fast, make your head spin. And they're doing that also. So that's how they power check you in case somebody underneath you want to go ahead and get some bright ideas. Oh, I think slavery was a choice. And open up your big jawed mouth is a choice too. Look where it got you. Look where it got you. Modene said, agreed. I work with a lot of the Jewish families and have the utmost respect for how they live and run their communities. Well, look how the black men handle their communities. Leave it littered with children, then your time they get a chance to get some money. Creating generational wealth for everybody but their own. Missy H said exactly. Provide for their families and communities and take full responsibility for their community. Then I sing, oh, it's all on the women's fault. It's on the Jewish women's fault. Oh, that she should have chose better. Weak men. Notice that the store owner that sold the winning Powerball ticket said he's going to spend his winnings on his family and grandchildren. Not in a rap studio. That's why, again, for the black men, you can be rich, but they still treat you like Chit. Me versus the world. She said, girl, I work with a Jewish man who ordered a stone for his fiance. It came in secured shipment from a mine. He prepared and saved money for it. This is stuff they do in preparing for marriage. Dusty's complain when you ask them to save up a monthly salary. Ty, they can't even pay a damn light bill. But again, what do? They prepare. Negroes don't. Don't think, just do. That's why they hand you a contract and you sit behind and just sign whatever they say. Then they stole from. They didn't steal jack from you, Negro. You signed a contract. They still didn't think from you. You signed a contract. Sean Monlon said, "You just named all the reasons black men would be jealous of Jewish men. They stole from me. No, they didn't steal from you. You signed the contract. Okay, contract, what it is. Offer and accept it. They offered you a contract and your signature, you accepted it. Did you not read it? Oh, I forget they don't like to read." Wayne Love says, "I admire a lot of non-black men communities and work ethic. You're just not going to get that from black men. They are and have always been jealous of other men. Just listen to them talk. Nothing but jealous tongues. I just don't pay them no mind." And that is so true. Island girl, typical black man. Oh my gosh. She said he signed him with her rights to his own show. Girl. Now the white men are making millions off his work, so he think these people care if he feels bad. Isn't that something? I don't feel bad for him. I just see him as you made a foolish decision, but that's so typical. And Ling Ling couldn't help you. Where was Ling Ling then? Dan Matthews called it sharecropping 2.0. These things happen. Why? Because they refuse to. Black men who can read refuse to do so and ask for help. Oh, you can't. You can't tell them nothing. You can't. They already know everything, especially a black woman. Diana Price says, "Life is business. Always have an attorney to review these entertainment contracts and file patents with the copyright office so you can own your issue." Girl, you can't tell them anything, Diana. You can't. Black men create generational wealth for everyone except their own family. Exactly. And then you want to sit up here and put on some big boy draws. You want to pay big daddy dollars. They still see you for what you are. I want to go ahead and have an opinion. You can't even afford freedom of speech. Ask Kerry, $90 million man, you can't even afford the luxury of freedom of speech. Oh, I love this part. So Diana Prince also says, "Has anyone noticed that Oprah Winfrey and Sandra Rhimes aren't complaining about such things?" No. Of course they're not complaining about such things. They have the decency and the intelligence to, I don't know, read and lawyer up. But now, a lot of these black men like this here. Even Kanye said he doesn't like to read. That was reported. A lot of these black men like this here, lazy. I don't want to sign this. Hand me a check. Hand me a check. And this is what you get. Wait, Tiana said, "The demonic of males have never been the sharpest tool in the box." Ooh, ouch. Missing with that. Says your commentary this far has been chef kiss spectacular. Oh, thank you, darling. I hope you're making serious on power checking. They are. I'm telling you, it blows my mind. I some black men, well, he got all that money, and they still power checking you. You have the money, you don't have the power. Again, you don't have the luxury and power of freedom of speech. Now, Gold says, "Have you noticed black men comedians hate their people?" Yet, oh, they do. Trying to kiss the white man's booty. I'm sorry. Have you noticed black men comedians hate their people, but black women comedians be so witty and relatable, but won't ever disrespect black men? They don't have to. Because he's protected in the community. And if you do that, oh, Lord, watch out. Watch out. Again, Deanne Matthews says, "Having never watched Dave Chappelle, but having heard a lot about him, I am somewhat surprised, but not really, that no one came and told him about these contracts and how they are basically sharecropping 2.0. Miss Matthews, you can't tell them nothing. They know everything, but know nothing." And see, the black comedians, they know that, but they don't disrespect because I already know you'll get canceled real quick. Because they're coddled. These men are coddled. These men are coddled. Sunil Samir says, "Why didn't he bring an attorney to the meeting when he signed the contract? He went to Duke Ellington, and that school doesn't teach about contracts nor business transactions. You can't tell them nothing. Lazy. Want everything for free. I don't want to hire no attorney. I'm just gonna go on there free and just sign. And then they stole from. They didn't steal nothing from you. They didn't steal anything from you. You sign your agreement. And what a contract is, offer and acceptance. They offered it to you. Your behind must then read it, and you just signed. You just signed. She H says, I wish Chappelle stopped crying and milking this sympathy about his poor decision. Exactly. I don't have it in the sympathy for him. There you go, honey. He should have chose better. Yes, he should have chose better. And Noir says black men are more money minded. Black women, yeah. Correction, honey. Noir says black women are more money minded and business minded and community minded. We're always thinking of ways to keep our stuff. Exactly. We think. We're thinkers. You don't have black women in business crying as much as they do. They stole from me. No, they didn't steal from you. Oh my God. You got all this money. You still don't get it? You still don't get it. So, in closing, two more comments. Truth Served for Life says, all these years later, he never did anything for himself. Years later, HBO was streaming the show and making more money than him. He signed the contract for free, yes, and accused them of stealing. Typical of his kind. You're only a victim of your mind, your low performing mind. That's typical of his kind. And somebody come listen to this podcast, hey, says Zaddy is humbling them left and right. Of course. Of course. And he's giving them a reminder, because black men think, oh, he got some power. Kobe Bryant, okay, people say, I've heard someone make comments and saying about Kobe Bryant and Vanessa, oh, that's that man's wife. She does love black men. Let me ask you a question. If Kobe Bryant's wife does love black men, she love what a rich black man can do for us, what I think. If she can love black men, out of all the suffering and the slowness that you exhibit, she can use that money Vanessa Bryant can to help you, since she loves the black men's. His wife, Ling Ling, what's she doing for the black men's? The most uneducated, most incarcerated, most angry bird? Creating generational wealth for everybody but you. You might be getting paid, but I'm going to give it to you straight. They got a playbook. Don't forget the video on Sarah Rector. You might be getting paid, rich black men, but at the end of the day, Zaddy or Lil Hat, they are totally aware of your psychology, of your psychology. They are aware of your self-hatred and your pathetic ways. And that is why you end up getting slayed via the contract. So you may end up getting paid, but at the end of the day, you always get played. And the sad thing is, you don't know the difference. That's the sad thing. You may be getting paid, but you're still getting played. And that's why the hashtag is in. They are hashtag power checking black men. It's sad. So anyway, people, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Black men getting rich, and you wonder why they're still treating you like Chit. Chit. I'm out.